Hello everyone, this is the 2022 Winter Week 10 Day 1 solution video. Problem 1. Move one match to make the following equality hold. So we have here that 37 plus 32 equals to 65. But we know this equation is not correct, so let's write it in vertical form to make it easier to solve. So we have 37 plus 32 equals to 65. And from here, let's start off with the ones place, 7 and 2. We know that 7 plus 2 is equivalent to 9, not 5. So therefore, we can look at this equation and change the plus to a minus, and that just gives us 7 minus 2 equals to 5. So that changes the equation correctly. And now we have one match left over because we changed the add sign to the subtract sign. So we see that 3 minus 3 is equivalent to 6 here, but that's not correct because 3 minus 3 is equivalent to 0. And since we have that leftover match, we can see that we place it on top of the 3 on top, and that just makes it 9. And now we have finally solved our equation because we know that 9 minus 3 equals to 6, so that makes it correct as well. Looking back on the left image, we can remove a match from over here, which changes it to a subtract sign, to here, which makes 37 into 97. So rewriting that equation, 97 minus 32, that gives us 65, which completes the problem. Problem 2. Jerry can make 4 cookies in 15 minutes. If he starts at 10 a.m., how many cookies can he make by 11:30 a.m.? So let's start off at 10 a.m. And we can write out every gap for 15 minutes. So 10 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and then 10:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. and then 10:45 a.m. to 11, and then from 11 a.m. to 11:15, and from 11:15 to finally 11:30 when he stopped baking. And we know that Jerry can make 4 cookies in 15 minutes. And since let's count how many gaps there are now. So we see that this is plus 4 cookies, 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 and this is plus 4 cookies. And as we can see, there are 6 4s, so we just add them all together, and eventually you should get 24 cookies. So Jerry can make 24 cookies from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Problem 3. During 3 days, Lychee the cat was catching mice. Each day, Lychee caught 2 mice more than the previous day. On the 3rd day, Lychee caught twice as many mice as on the 1st day. In total, how many mice did Lychee catch on the 1st day? So let's write out the days. First, we have day 1, then day 2, and finally day 3. And on each day prior, you get 2 more mice than the previous day. So from this, we just know that day 3 equals to day 1 plus 4 mice. And from here, we can derive that day 1 plus day 1 equals to day 3 because it states that Lychee caught twice as many mice on the 3rd day. Lychee caught twice as many mice on the 1st day. So 2 first days equals to 1 day 3. And it also says that day 1 plus 4 equals to day 3. And from here on, we can just solve that day 1 plus day 1 equals to day 1 plus 4. So therefore, we derive that day 1 equals to 4. Finally, problem 4. 5 towns are joined by roads as shown in the diagram. How many ways are there of traveling from town P to town D if no town can be visited more than once? So we can use 3 colors to represent these. First of all, let's do the top. We can solve that from P, Q to T, that's 1. From P, Q, R, T, that's 2. And finally, from P, Q, R, T, like that, that's 3. And then we can use red. From P, R to T, that's 1. From P, R S to T, that's 2. And finally, P, R, Q, T, that's 3. So another 3. And finally, let's use yellow. From P, S to T, that's 1. From P, S, R, T, that's 2. And finally, from P, S, Q, T, that's 3. So in total, we have 3 plus 3 plus 3, that just gives us 9. So in total, there are 9 ways to travel from town P to town T if each town can be visited only once. Problem 1. The square shown is a magic square. This means that the sum of all rows, columns, and diagonals are the same. What is the value of R based on the table? Let's solve the left one first since it has all 3 digits circled in orange. 15 plus 10 plus 11 is 36. So what this means is that all the sums of the rows, columns, and diagonals from now on should be 36. And now let's solve the column in this blue since it has 2 digits. So 10 plus 14 plus some number equals to 36. And let's solve this. We know that 10 plus 14 equals to 24. So 36 minus 24, that just gives us 12. So therefore, this number should be 12 in the middle. And now in the yellow, let's solve 15 and 12 because we have 2 digits now. So 15 plus 12 plus some number equals to 36. And again, 15 plus 12 equals to 27. So 36 minus 27 is just 9. So therefore, we can write 9 here. And then in the green, we have 11 and 9 and some number. So 11 plus 9 plus another number equals to 36. And we know that 11 plus 9 is 20. So 36 minus 20 is 16. So therefore, the missing number is 16. And now we can solve R in the red because we are given that 12 plus 16 plus some number equals to 36. And this sum number is R. And we know that 12 plus 16 equals to 28 already. So 36 minus 28, this just gives us 8. So therefore, R is 8. Also, R equals to 8. And that's our answer. And last one, let's just solve it in black. 15 plus 8 plus some number equals to 36. And this just gives us 15 plus 8 equals to 23. So 36 minus 23, that just gives us 13. So the missing number is 13 here. But we know that the answer is 8. Problem 2. A caveman wants to balance the 2 sets of stones shown in the picture. Which stone should he put on the right-hand side to make both sides equally heavy? So on the left-hand side, we are given 26 plus 8 plus 12. And we are asked to figure out this. And the answer is 46. Okay, and once we have figured out 46, let's look at the other side. And the other side is 20 plus 17, which is 37. And now we have to balance these two out. And since 46 is the larger one, we need to find a number that when added to 37 is equivalent to 46 itself. And that is really easy. That is just 9. Because 9 plus 37 is 46. So therefore, the answer is 9 kilograms, or in this case, C. Problem 3. Harry wants to find the weight of a luggage that is not convenient to put on a scale. To solve the problem, he first stands on the scale and finds his own weight is 53 kilograms. Then he holds the luggage and steps on the scale again. This time, the scale reads 70 kilograms. What is the weight of the luggage? So first off, we are given the weight of Harry, which is 53 kilograms. And then Harry, this time with his luggage, weighs 70 kilograms. So we know that Harry plus luggage, which is 70 kilograms, subtracted from Harry's own weight, which is 53, should be the weight of the luggage. So let's rewrite the equation. 70 kilograms minus 53 kilograms, and that just gives us 17 kilograms. So therefore, the luggage weight is 17. Problem 4. What is the perimeter of the following polygon? We are given that this is 6 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. That is all we are given. Let's first write down the numbers that we are given. We are given that this is 6 centimeters, so 6 centimeters written out. And then we are given that this is 4 centimeters, so that's 4 centimeters. And then we are given this is 2 centimeters and 3 centimeters, So 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters. And then let's solve this. We know that this length is 6, and we know that this 2 centimeters intrudes a little bit. So 6 minus 2 equals to 4. So we know that this line in yellow should be 4 centimeters. So let's add another 4 centimeters to the table. And finally, the missing side, we know that this in black is 4 centimeters, and this is 3 centimeters. So 4 plus 3 equals to 7. So this length should be 7. So let's add that to the table again, 7 centimeters. And now let's add all of this together. 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7. And for this problem, the answer should just be 26. Day 3, problem 1. So in the game Plants vs. Zombies, there are 49 different kinds of plants for defense, and there are 26 different types of zombies. How many more types of plants than zombies? So first off, there are 49 plants and 26 zombies. So we have to figure out 49 minus 26, and that's how many more types of plants than zombies. So let's write this down vertically. 49 minus 26, that just gives us 23. So the difference is 23. There are 23 more plants than zombies. Problem 3. Kimberly has 2 solid balls of the same weight. One is made of glass and the other one is made of steel. She puts each ball in a cup that is full of water. Which ball has more water that overflows from the cup? We note that each ball is the same weight, so that's we note. And as we know, steel is heavier than glass. So if they're the same weight, then glass should have a larger ball than steel, since steel is heavier than glass. So when you apply this over to here and this over to here, glass overflows more because it's larger. So therefore the answer is glass. Problem 3. Which shape can you make a pyramid if you fold along the dotted lines? So for this problem, all you had to do was experiment with these types of shapes, and eventually you should have gotten that the answer was A, because you could have folded it into a pyramid. And as you observe the other ones, you couldn't make them into a pyramid if you tried. Problem 4. In this partly completed pyramid, each rectangle is to be filled with the sum of the 2 numbers in the rectangles immediately below it. What number should replace x? So on the top row, we are given 105 equals to 47 plus another number, and this number should just be 58. So if we write 58 here. And then at the bottom, we are given that 58 equals 31 plus another number, and this should just be 27. And then once we are given 27, we can solve that 47 equals to 27 plus another number, and this just gives us 20. And then from then on, we can do that 20 equals to 13 plus another number, which is easily 7. And finally, we get that 13 right here. 13 equals to 9 plus 4. So 4 is over here. And finally, the last part, 7 equals to 4 plus x. And from here, we derive that x equals to 3, since 4 plus 3 equals to 7. So therefore, x equals to 3. Day 4, problem 1. There are 3 boxes, A, B, and C. The combined weight of A and B is 12 kilograms. The combined weight of A and C is 15 kilograms, and the combined weight of B and C is 17 kilograms. What is the weight of each 3 boxes, A, B, and C? So first off, we're given that A and B is 12 kilograms, A and C is 15 kilograms, and finally B and C is 17 kilograms. So for this problem, you can just apply guess and check, and eventually you should get A equals to 5, B equals to 7, and C equals to 10. And you can see that is correct. Problem 2. The ages of a family of 4, 2 kids, dad, and mom add up to 100. 2 kids are 6 and 12. If the dad is 2 years older than the mom, what is the mom's age? So first off, we know that the 2 kids are 6 and 12. So let's write kid 1, kid 2. Kid 1 is 6 and kid 2 is 12. And 6 plus 12, that gives us 18. So the remaining number or age is 100 minus 18, or 82. And it says the dad is 2 years older than the mom, so you should get something like the dad is 42 and the mom is 40, because 42 is 2 more than 40, and then 42 plus 40 equals to 82. So therefore the mom's age is 40. Problem 3. Given the roads and distances marked below, how far is it by road in kilometers from Cobra to Cairo? So as we can see here, Kingsford is 25 kilometers, Cobra is 35 kilometers, and Cairo is 45 kilometers. So let's write this all out. So first off, it says Kingsford is 25 kilometers, so therefore this is 25. And then it says, how far is it by road in kilometers from Cobra to Cairo? Well, let's write out Kingsford to Cobra first. So we know that Kingsford is already 25 kilometers and Cobra is 35. So the remaining number should just be the distance from Kingsford to Cobra, and that is just 10. So in green, let's write out 10. And finally, let's do the distance from Kingsford to Cairo. Well, we know that Kingsford is already 25, and we have to add the distance to make it 45, since Cairo is the farthest at 45, and that just gives us 20. So therefore, in yellow, the distance from Kingsford to Cairo is 20 kilometers. So the answer should be, let's do Cobra to Cairo. We have 10 over here plus 20 over here, and that just gives us 30 kilometers. So the distance from Cobra to Cairo is 30 kilometers. Problem 4. Walking from K to O along the lines, pick up the letters kangaroo in the correct order. What is the length of the shortest walk in meters? So this is the drawing that we have at the bottom. So now let's write it out. So we just have to get from the K to the O. So let's start this journey. So first off, we have 1, 2, 3 right here. So that's 3. And then we have to the A, that's 1. So we add a 1. And then from the A, we have to go to the N, since N is the third letter. So we have 1, 2, 3. So that's another 3. And then from N to the G, since G is the fourth letter, 4, 5. Okay, so that is 2. And then we go from the G to the A. So 1, 2, 3. So that is 3. And then going from the A to the R, that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. So we add another 3. And then going from the R to the O, 1, 2, that is 2. And finally, from the first O to the second O, that's just 1. So plus 1. And now let's add all of these together. 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So the answer is 18. Day 5. Problem 1. The 4 digits 2, 3, 8, and 9 are placed in the boxes so that when both 2-digit numbers are added, if the sum is required to be an even number, what is the largest possible value of the sum? So let's solve this question first. So we are given the digits 2, 3, 8, and 9. So for this problem, we are given a requirement, and that requirement is that the sum is required to be an even number. So as we know, if a number has to be an even number, then this is either an odd number plus an odd, or an even plus an even. So now what we have to do is play around with the numbers and figure out the answer. And eventually you should get something like 92 plus 38. As you can see, these two are both very even numbers. And when you add them together, you get 130, and that is the largest sum. Problem 2. 4 people, A, B, C, and D, play chess. Every 2 of them play once. There's no draw. If A wins 3 times, B wins 2 times, C wins once, how many times has D won? So for this problem, let's draw a diagram. So you have 4 people, A, B, C, and D around a table. And we know that A has won 3 times. So A has won B, A has won C, and A has won D. And then it says B has won 2 times. Well, it must have won against C and D because A wants B, so B has to lose to A. And finally, C wins once, so using green, C of course has to win D. So that means that D has won 0 times. Problem 3. A snail crawls on the wall of a cup of 20 centimeters high. It can crawl 2 centimeters in every 2 minutes, then it rests for 1 minute. If it starts from the bottom of the cup, for how many minutes will the snail reach the top of the cup? So let's draw the wall of a cup, which should be this shape. And it's 20 centimeters high, so 20 centimeters. And it says it can crawl 5 centimeters in every 3 minutes. So let's draw 5 here first. So 2 minutes, and then a rest for 1 minute. So in total, if he wants to climb 5 centimeters, then it just takes him 3 minutes, since it takes him 2 minutes to climb and 1 minute to rest. So now let's go to 10. Again, 1 minute rest and 2 minutes climbing. That's another 3 minutes. And now let's go to 15. We can see that he takes another 1 minute's rest and 2 minutes of climb, and that is just another 3 minutes. And then once he gets to the top of the cup, now let's see. Since he has gotten to 20 and he takes 2 minutes to climb 5 centimeters, that means that he doesn't need to rest anymore since he has already reached 20 centimeters. So that is just 2 minutes because he doesn't need to rest anymore since he has already gotten to the top. So that is only 2 minutes. So now let's add all of these numbers together. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2, and that just gives us 11 minutes. So the answer is 11. Problem 4. Given the following pattern, which one is next? So this problem, let's see. We can assume that this is like a circle. We start upright, which is A. So we start upright because this is vertical. And then the second one, it's slightly slanted for for example, 45 degrees. So this time it's like that. And then for the third one, this time it's directly laying flat. So it's like this on the third clock. And then for the fourth one, this time it's laying down like a little bit slanted on the bottom. So we draw the arrow slanted on the bottom on the circle. And then on the fifth one, it's directly upside down. So we draw that. So the next one, it should be just pointing down like the fourth one, but opposite. And we can see here, A represents that because since it's going down the opposite direction, just like the fourth picture. So therefore the answer is A.